Women's Day. And the Enugu State Government inaugurates Local Government Service Commission. Hello and welcome to the news desk at 3 on NTN News 24, reaching you live from Abuja. I am Chinenye Ngoe. Amid growing uncertainties in the global energy market, threatened by increasing tariffs, Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Senator Abubakar Atiku Bagudu, says the federal government will consider funding from the capital market, among other sources, for the 2025 budget. This was at his investiture as a fellow of Capital Market Academics of Nigeria in Abuja. The House of Representatives Ad Hoc Committee on Reconciliation has issued 72 hours notice to companies that failed to honor its invitation for investigation over an alleged loss of revenue in the oil and gas sector to comply. At the investigative hearing, only 3 out of about 9 companies appeared before the committee.
The industry went through very difficult operating conditions in the past, especially on the Trans-Niger pipeline, which is our primary channel of evacuation. So production didn't necessarily amount to sales for us for a very long period of time, because we had theft of up to 95% on the line at the time. So we were not monetizing the production, and that's why you see a delay in the remittances.
It has actually been our culture, or our constitutional law has empowered. We assess and send to company, this is what is outstanding, and we advise you with the bank account where you ought to have paid the amount. If you have any problem with the what we advise you based on demand notice, you now request for reconciliation. So I don't think I'm very surprised when he mentioned that there was no demand notice from 2021 to date.
Supplement by payment for us. Since you've agreed on what you defrayed on.
Yeah, only the gas flare were on debit.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're on debit on the gas flare as of your own report by fantastic. And that's $2.5 million.
This cephalad, for lack of enough evidence, or there is no official letter from the MD who is supposed to be here and is unavoidably absent, that they should be stepped down for next week, Wednesday. I so move.
We'll be given 72 hours to report back to this committee, for which is not done. All legislative rules we put on that. Thank you.
President Bola Tinubu extends his heartfelt condolences to the family, friends and associates of the late Prince Doyin Okupe, a medical doctor, politician, communicator and strategist who played a significant role in Nigeria's political landscape. A prominent son of Iberu Remo in Ogun State, Prince Okupe served as President Goodluck Jonathan's senior special assistant on public affairs and President Olusegun Obasanjo's special assistant on media. During his political career of over 3 decades, Okupe served as the National Publicity Secretary of the National Republican Convention, NRC. He was prominent in the United Nigeria Congress Party, UNCP, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, and the Accord Party, of which he was the national leader. He was most recently the Director General of the Labour Party presidential campaign for the 2023 election. The late Prince Okupe made notable contributions to the medical field as the co-founder of the Royal Cross Medical Center, Lagos, and the publisher of Life Mirror, a health-focused newspaper. In a statement by Bayo Onanuga, Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, President Tinubu recalls Dr. Okupe as a bold and articulate advocate for national development, expressing deep sorrow over his passing at a time when his wealth of experience and insight were still invaluable to the nation. The President also commiserates with the government and people of Ogun State, particularly the Iperu Remo community, who have lost an esteemed son and leader. He recognizes Prince Okupe's enduring impact on his home state and the deep void his passing leaves in the hearts of those who came in direct contact with him. President Tinubu prays that God will grant repose to the departed patriot's soul and comfort all. Now, let's get to the residence of the late Doyin Okupe, where our reporter in Abeokuta, Yemi Dalemo, is standing by to bring us up to speed with the latest development in his house. If you can hear me, Yemi, please tell us what's happening there.
Yes, Chineye, thank you for joining us at the Agbomagbe Castle of the late Dr. Doyin Okupe in Iperu Remo. We have some political associates that organize a sitting to receive personalities that are coming here to pay their last respects for the late Dr. Doyin Okupe. Among them is the governor of Ogun State, Prince Dr. Dapo Abiodun, who just left about a minute ago for another function. Dr. Abiodun actually and Dr. Okupe, they are also from the same family. They are brothers from the same family. And the media has described Dr. Okupe as a notable personality in the Iperu land, and also some dignitaries that are here, including the Alaregun of Iregun Remo is also here with me, among the prominent people that came to pay their respect. We also have the political associates of the Dr. Okupe who are here, who actually organized this sitting. They have also described Dr. Okupe as somebody who made tremendous impact in their lives. So I'll talk to Dr. Alaregun now to give us an update, the impact of Dr. Okupe in his life, and probably the political associates of Dr. Okupe too, to tell us the impact of Dr. Okupe in his life and in the Iperu community. Alaregun, sir, how will you describe Dr. Okupe?
Extremely excellent person, because since we have been together 1970s, early 70 something. Now we have been together. Personally, I worked with him for 22 years, which I retired back home 2004. I never met Okupe one day to even blast his housemate or talk rudely to his housemate, to his driver, to anybody at all. And this character is the one that we emulate to adjust ourselves. Because when you get to him, study him, you know that this man is a man that you can reckon with. In his behavior, his character, in attitude. Well, I thank God for his life.
Thank you, sir. So, Dr. Okupe, how is he, how will you describe his life?
Yes. My name is Honorable Adesegun Bamodu, and I'll be talking on behalf of the family and the political associate. Describing Dr. Doyin Okupe is something that is very, very unique, in the sense that Dr. Doyin Okupe is a leader, he's a teacher, he's a father, he's a doctor. Having spent time with him for years, I found him very, very amazing, wonderfully made, and he is a leader to those of us that are his associates. You know, politically, he paved the ways. Socially, he brings out good character, and economically, he teaches, prudence. Dr. Doyin Okupe is a person that you can rely on any day, anytime. Despite his, travails
or jeopardy of honest mistake at the EFCC paraphernalia. We, within his own community and his household, never saw it that way. We saw him as a straightforward person, a person of, very great character that you can emulate. Dr. Doyin Okupe, of the blessed memory, we wish him very good, transition to heaven. The family, the community, even Nigeria as a whole, we know he's a voice in this country. And all his teachings, all his suppositions and ideas are the one that is propelling most of us that are coming behind him. Having said that, I want to tell you that at this very period when the governor just came, calls coming into us from the family, from friends, from associates, are still that of mourning. When we heard about this demise, we are highly pained. And we still carry the burden, we still carry the pain. As we talk currently, it's only God that will console us. Thank you.
And that is some of the testimonies that we have been hearing concerning Dr. Doyin Okupe.
Much, Yemi, and we also join in praying for the repose of his soul. The news desk at 3 is reaching you on NTN News 24. And still ahead, notorious Lakurawa kingpin Maigemu eliminated in Kebbi. Details of this and more when we return.
شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن.
Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria, FRCN, and Voice of Nigeria, VON, cordially invite the general public to its 19th annual Ramadan lecture. Topic: Faith, Politics and Power, the involvement of ulama in politics and its implications. Guest lecturer, Sheikh Maruf Onike Abdulaziz, Chief Missioner, NASFAT Worldwide. Chairman of the occasion, Idi Mukhtar Meha, Minister of Livestock Development. Special Guest of Honor, Muhammad Idris, Minister of Information and National Orientation. Royal Father of the Day, His Highness Mala Ahmed Nuhu Bamali, Emir of Zazzau. Chief Host, His Excellency Malang Ubasani, the Executive Governor, Kaduna State. Host, Malang Salihu Abdul Hamid Dembos, Director General, NTA. Dr. Muhammad Bulama, Director General, FRCN. Malang Jibril Baba Ndachi, Director General, Voice of Nigeria. Venue, Lumana Multipurpose Center, River Close, off Jabi Road East, off Sultan Road, Kaduna. Date, 8 March 2025. Time, 9 a.m. Inshallah. For partnership or advert placement. Announcer, Organizing Committee.
Many thanks for staying on. For many Nigerian students, accessing education loans has come with its fair share of hiccups, delays, verification troubles, and the endless back and forth with paperwork. But now, that might be a thing of the past. The National Identity Management Commission, NIMC, and the Nigerian Education Loan Fund, NELFund, have joined forces to streamline student verification and resolve operational glitches. Victor Azu reports.
The drive to make student loans more accessible just got a boost. After the formalities, documents signed, handshakes exchanged, the real conversation began. For NELFund's Director of Operations, Suleiman Yab, this is a game changer. He believes the new system will make life much easier for students relying on the loan scheme.
With this collaboration, they'll be able to get their money, their upkeep on time, without even having any issue, because everything will be on their hands. The card will really support NELFund in making things easier.
On the other side, NIMC's Director General is confident the G2P card is the missing link. With it, students can easily prove their identity, whether to loan officers, school administrators, or even banks.
The G2P card makes it a lot easier and simplifies the process. This biometric-enabled card means that a student can, at any point in time, identify who they are and let other parties verify who they are on the spot.
With digital identification at its core, students can breathe a little easier, knowing their journey to securing funding might just get a whole lot smoother. In Abuja, Victor Azu, NTA News.
Enugu State Governor Dr. Peter Mba has inaugurated the recently constituted Local Government Service Commission with a charge on them to uphold justice and transparency. The committee is charged with the responsibility of ensuring productivity and efficiency of the local government system. Chika Ugu reports.
Describing the Commission as pivotal to the delivery of good governance and democratic dividends, Governor Mba noted that his administration is passionate about grassroots development, reason for the inauguration of the Local Government Service Commission.
If you look at what the interventions we've done across the social services sector, you would observe that we've not left any part of the state out. Whoever is to be appointed as a member or chairman of this commission must be a person of unquestionable integrity and sound political judgment.
Chairman of the Commission expressed gratitude for the confidence reposed on them, promising to ensure delivery of efficient and effective services by local government employees in the state, so as to actualize the state government's vision of economic growth and grassroots development.
We reckon with the supersonic speed the state is moving, and we note that for us to attain that goal that we established, moving the state from $4.something billion to $30 billion. Every hand in the state must be on the deck.
Given their track records as selfless public servants, members of the Commission are expected to deliver on their mandates. In Enugu, Chika Ugu, NTA News.
Inclusive governance, equitable policy reforms, and strategic collaborations to advance women's rights and participation in decision-making processes took center stage during a ceremonial session to commemorate the International Women's Day. The event was organized by the Office of the Speaker of the House of Representatives and Gender Mobile Initiative.
Accountability in shaping policies leading to tangible reforms.
Indeed, Nigerian women have been a driving force in our social and economic growth. They serve as leaders in diverse industries, from agriculture and technology to healthcare and academia. Still, there remains a pressing need to address specific challenges, such as unequal access to education, financial resources, and political representation.
Today is a time for reflection, action, and solidarity. It's a day to acknowledge the incredible contributions that women make to our communities, economies, and societies at large. It is also a reminder of the work that still lies ahead as we strive for a world where every woman and girl has the opportunity to thrive.
When young women engage in shaping policies that directly impact their lives, the legislative process becomes more democratic, inclusive, and truly representative.
Cluster groups of young women made presentations on issues of the Violence Against Persons Prohibition Act, Child's Rights Act, and Nigerian Gender Policy, among others, with recommendations for amendments of certain acts. Awards were presented to the winning cluster groups and other organizations who have made significant strides in advocating women's rights and promoting gender equity in various sectors. A special tribute was also given to the late Chief Whip Adewumi Onanuga in recognition of her service to the nation. From the National Assembly, Amina Saidu, NTA News.
Women want the media to improve on reporting phenomenal women achievements in Nigeria across sectors. They insist on changing the narrative of reports portraying women as victims or second-class citizens. This is the key takeaway as guests on Good Morning Nigeria examine speeding up progress towards greater equality.
For the Minister of Women Affairs, Iman Suleiman Ibrahim, women must proactively take action by speaking with one voice against systemic discrimination and barriers. She also wants women to be deliberate about acquiring the needed knowledge to thrive in their sectors of pursuit.
We're mentoring women and girls because if you want to play and win, you must be able to know the rules. So mentoring is going to be one of the core activities that we do to ensure that women are not only interested, but they are ready to participate. We're going to also be able to sensitize across, society, so that we recognize the importance of having that inclusivity. That is important. That is very important that we have that balance when it comes to problem solving, providing solutions, because women are mentoring differently. And even children right now are advocating to be on the table. So it's very important that we understand that.
Her views resonate with other guests on Good Morning Nigeria, who urge women to take steps towards equality by working together in their respective communities to challenge the notion that women are second-class citizens and that equality is competition.
We must begin to understand that if we are not united as women, seeking equal rights for ourselves, the men are never going to listen to us.
You must also, by all means, understand that other women are your friends. Change that lens. Replace it instantly. Even when women are giving you negative vibe, don't amplify that vibe. Just note it, push it down, bury it. Then think of how you improve your emotional intelligence and say, okay, I am getting this vibe. How do I counter it in the most effective, positive, and inspiring way?
What we stand for, and what I stand for at Hassan Foundation, is ensuring that we have a community where each and every one of us harness our potential. You were made for more, you were created for more. Look at what we can do better as an individual. What can I do better? How can I contribute positively to the progress of my nation, of my community, of my family? As a woman, how can I impact and influence the children that I put in my care?
The girls who applauded the present administration for appointing more women in key positions want more replication across all sectors. They are optimistic that more projection of women achievement by the media will help encourage women to pursue their careers and dreams. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
Let's now take a look at some of the trending stories in the world of sports.
Nigeria Super Falcons are unmoved in the latest FIFA rankings released on Thursday, retaining their status as Africa's best women's football team and 36th in the world. The inactivity of the 9-time African champions between December and now did not affect their position on the continent and the global stage, even as their African rivals dropped a few places. Reigning WAFCON champions South Africa are second behind Nigeria, but they are 18 places below the Falcons globally after dropping 4 spots in the global rankings to 54th position. The latest rankings come a few months before the 2024 WAFCON tournament, which will be played from July 25 to August 26 in Morocco. Globally, the United States continue to lead the standings, with reigning world champion Spain in second. Also, Super Eagles forward Cyril Dizes scored and also had an assist as Rangers beat Turkish giants Fenerbahce 3-1 in the UEFA Europa League first leg round of 16 clash in Turkey on Thursday. The Nigeria international now has 3 goals, 2 assists in 9 Europa League matches this season. In the outcome of the other ties, AS Roman edged out Athletic Bilbao 2-1, just as Frankfurt also beat Ajax with the same scoreline in Netherlands. And in Spain, Manchester United held Real Sociedad to a 1-1 draw. The second leg will be played next week Thursday.
And that concludes the news desk at 3 on NTN News 24. Many thanks for watching. I am Chinenye Nwoye.